So welcome back to the workshop, and I'm assuming by the time this comes out to you, a very happy new year to you all, and I'm wishing you the very best for the coming year. Now, today's episode centres around my 08, which I've already taken the body off and I've got the engine on the side here. Now, I was having an issue with this engine. It was stopping and starting and not stopping and starting. While driving around the track, it would momentarily lose contact somewhere, which I don't know where, and just cut out the power. But if you shut the throttle, opened it up again, it would start going again as if nothing had happened. So I haven't quite worked out what that issue was. But then the last time out, it developed another issue. Now, I'll pass you over to me in the past, who will show you what the issue was at the time. Enjoy. So I've plugged in a normal controller, but it does exactly the same thing as the controller wired into the wagon does. Yeah, so it's the normal controller, plugged in, turn the power on, and it's flashing in that sequence. Doesn't matter what I do up here, on, off, pull the dead man's, get dead man's back, still doing the same. There's no indicator light on the controller, system on, no direction, nothing. No matter what I do, it doesn't change this. If I had the horns plugged in, every time the light's on, all the time the light's on, the horn is sounding, both horns. Is it a new unit? So the reason I took that video at the time was because I was intending to send it to M-Tronics to help them diagnose what the issue was. However, this is sort of becomes why I've done this video. Originally I phoned them and they basically said, without seeing it, we couldn't help you. But if you send it back to us, send us the speed controller, we will do the diagnostics and we will find out what's wrong and see if we can repair it. So it took me a little while to get around to doing that. I had to find time to get it off the engine, which I did. Had to find time to find some packaging to send it back to them in, which eventually I got round to, and then I had to get around to taking it to the post office to post it to them, which eventually I got round to. The week after I posted it, they gave me a call on the Wednesday. He said he'd been doing some diagnostics on it for a couple of days and it was completely dead. He couldn't understand why it's done it. And so then I'm thinking, okay, I need to buy a new speed controller, which I was pretty much prepared for anyway, but I thought, bearing in mind the price of them, it was worth sending back to see if they could come up with a problem in case it was fixable. But no such luck. So I went back to them, on the phone to them. He was saying, oh, it's dead, but as a returning user, existing user, they would do me a bit of a discount on a replacement unit for a dead unit. So they gave me a pretty good discount, which is why I'm giving this video. And I just want to give them a load of praise. And he almost apologised for how they wouldn't be able to get it out that day, but 2 days later it appeared in the post. So that was far quicker than I needed. And I'm very happy with their service. And I now have a brand new speed controller and new handset ready to go back onto the engine. So let's take a look at refitting them. So right about now, I'd been hoping to show you a picture of it in situ, and I'd be plugging it in and giving it a try, having wired it all in. After all, there's only 4 wires that need to be put on. However, things don't always go to plan, do they? let me show you something. I don't have the original. They kept the original back at M-Tronics because what's the point? But if you look at where that used to go, if I can get it in far enough, it used to sit about there, but further over. It's about 1 inch longer than the original. So I have a problem. I'm going to need to turn it sideways to put it in there. It has to come across a bit further, which means the sound unit's in the way. So I need to remount the sound unit. I need to move that support and see what else needs doing. But also by doing that, I don't think I'm going to be able to access the DIN socket. So there's a few things that we might need to do to make this work. So you're going to have to give me a minute. I'll be back shortly once I've decided how to go about this, because it's not quite as simple as I was hoping. So I might need to do a little bit of rewiring. I don't know if you can see through the window. I've sort of flipped everything around and the speed controller is on top. So I'll get this body off and I'll show you. It's obvious at the moment it's just sat there, but that's how it was. I took the boxes off of this plate and I'll just tuck them underneath for now. And the speed controller sat on top and the body went on nicely. So I need to do a little bit of work tidying up all this wiring, making it all fit nicely, and see what I can do. And I could always look at mounting it vertically as well, but we just need to decide what's best. So it will all fit. I just need to, oh, the thing about if I mounted it vertically as well, that sound unit is in the way, because I did think about just going horizontally in the first place. So that could be the other thing, to put that on its side or put that on top and move those boxes down there. I do like the idea of it being bolted to the chassis, but at what expense? So we might be able to unstick this, put it on its side, move that support. What else will we need to do? So if we did that, but we might not be able to get to that socket because it would be about there. Where would it be? If that was in there, socket would be right in the middle there, which would be about there. So unless we did something, I mean I could even at some point look to extend that, put a cable out and put a surface mount socket on the buffer beam. That might be better as well. But certainly I'm going to be having a look and see what's best. So time for a little update. I've been messing around. This is bolted down now, but only with one bolt at the moment. The body does fit. These two boxes I've had to move to the side, although I'm not convinced by their position at the moment. The sound unit I've brought up on top because there wasn't enough space for it between the speed controller and the body. So I've taken that off and put it on top. I did try to put it on its side to begin with, but that meant this had to be lifted up because it's too wide, which is why these have moved over here. This box has come up onto its side and a piece of the board has been taken out, the mounting board, to clear the capacitor and give me access to plug in the controller. So that just needs a little bit of tidying up and the wires clipping in position to allow that to all happen nicely. My worry is this is going to be a bit too short. I need to check it out against the wagon to check the dimensions of it. But if that is the case, what I will need to do is definitely try and move at least this one, this little box, underneath, while this one can then stay where that is. But that all depends on what movement I've got on all these wires and whether or not I can make that happen. So I haven't given up yet, we're still going, but mounted like that, the body does fit. So I know I can make it work. I just need to decide what's best. I'm hoping to not have to rewire it completely, but if that is the case, I can just do it differently. But hopefully I'll try and be as sympathetic as possible to the original builder. I do like everything he's done, and I hope to leave that as it is. So at the moment, I have connected the handset that came with the unit, and it all seems to be working. Even the sound unit is working as well. So that's all good. The next thing will be making sure that this cable fits. I may have to move the boxes on the side, but let's shut that off to... yeah, I might have to adjust the position of the boxes, but hopefully we're at least somewhere. The next thing will be connect up the wagon and check that it doesn't die again when that happens, because I don't want to have to buy another one of these. So I have connected the wagon, switched it on, and we have life. What else do we need? Sound. We've got smoke. Although there's no water in there at the moment. Lights we can't see until we put the body back on, but I believe it's all working. So the wiring does want a bit of tidying up. At some point that will get that. It's all over the place and where I've had to jiggle things around. It probably wants a complete rewire because some of the wires are too short for the ideal position of things. But for now, that will do. So I can use it with the handset or with the wagon. Either way works fine. I've even connected the wires so the sound effects work with the revs of the engine as well. So let's shut that down. And that can all go back together now. That's ready to go. I have got ideas of things I'd like to do. The main one I will show you now, actually. So it's one thing having to take the body off in order to unplug the control at the start or end of the day. But in order to charge the batteries, I have to have the body off all the time because the clamps go on the battery terminals. I've got my nice battery charger holder on my stand for the engine. So what I'm thinking about doing is cutting off these doors nice and gentle with a Dremel or whatever. Actually make the hinges work and put a pair of terminals behind the door so I can just put the clamp straight onto there. Let me know what you think about that, because I think that would just give me so much, make life so much easier. At the end of when I get home, I can just open the doors, put the clamps on, leave it. So that's an idea. Haven't decided yet. Let me know what you think. So there you go. That's me done for today. Let me know what you think about that battery charger idea. I have got too cold out here now, but yeah, it's what should have just been 5-minute, put the new unit in, became a bit more involved, and I think should really be even more involved still, because I should rewire it completely, but I want to see if it's all working first. We'll take it to the track, we'll give it a run, make sure it's not doing that cutting out it was doing before, because that would imply there's still something wrong with the wagon. But for now, I'm happy with it. I might look at getting some waterproofing that control panel a bit more, because I do wonder if that's what caused my issues in the first place. But for now, that's done. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been a little bit of use, but the main purpose for it was to big up M-Tronics. No connection, but they gave me a fantastic service, and I think it was a service worthy of the compliments. So thanks very much, and I will catch you soon. I don't know what on yet, but there will be something. So take care.